Keith is a decorator in Bolton. He's been self-employed for 25 years, changing rooms, changing houses. And for the first 10 years of his life, I don't suppose Keith would say that he really involved God in his work much at all. He was just doing it to earn the money. Then one day he had a car crash. The car completely flipped over, and that caused Keith to reevaluate his relationship with God. From then on, he had two aims: to earn money and to give money away to his church and to charities. And it was like that for 12 or 13 years. Then, one day, after a talk in church, a light bulb went on in his head, and he suddenly realised that when he's decorating, he's helping other people lead the lives they need to lead. He's helping a woman with a sick husband because she simply can't do the decorating. He's helping an older man who can't do the DIY anymore. He's helping a family with a disabled child make the kind of home that really works for them. He's serving God by serving people. He's not really doing anything very different in the actual work, but it totally changed his mindset. As he said to me, "I'm not working for money anymore. I'm not working to give money away to the church. I'm doing it for God."
So I'm here with Keith Forrester, decorator from Bolton. Keith, so tell us a bit about yourself.
From Bolton, obviously. I've been decorating since I left school at 16. Started my own business at 25, and I've been self-employed now for 25 years.
Wow, you don't look old enough.
No.
So, what was it about decorating? How did you get into it?
I wasn't very good at school. I was a bit of a naughty lad at school.
Right.
Didn't really turn up.
Yeah.
And my mum was doing some decorating, and I jumped in with her doing it. And she said, "Well, what about this as a job?" So I thought, well, why not? Let's give it a go.
Okay. Looking back over the years, what kind of decorating do you enjoy the most? Is there a particular type of a building or a job that you'd love to do?
No, not really.
No?
Don't like staying on any one thing for too long.
And what's too long? What's kind of, a week, 2 weeks?
A church size.
A church size? Yeah, I knew that was coming. You could tell. I was probing for it, couldn't you? How long was this job taking then?
It's taken 5.5 weeks.
5.5 weeks?
For two of us, yeah.
For two? Yeah. I think it's astonishing that even two people would try and take on it, and you need an army of people to decorate a church. I mean, the results are just absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I'm really pleased.
Yeah, I think we are. I think everyone who's seen it. I mean, I'm dying to get everyone from church along to take a look at it as well. Yeah. That must give you a sense of satisfaction to see a job.
Yeah, I think that's the thing I like the most about my job is that I go one day and I can see what I've done in the day. Yeah, yeah. And at the end of the day, I know what I've done.
Yeah, not every job's like that actually, is it? Some people do work where they don't see the fruits of their labour easily. Right, yeah. But you certainly do see that.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your life as a Christian. How did you come to be a Christian?
Quite a story really.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the church. My mum was a Christian. Went to Sunday school, Bible class, confirmation, everything like that. And then from 13 to 18, 19, 20, didn't bother with church at all. My wife then, I got my wife pregnant at 16.
Right.
So then we did go to church a bit while my daughter Kate was little, and then I just bagged it again. And then we had this accident on the motorway, and I fell out with God big time then.
Wow.
I suppose I was really busy at the time. I had 5 men working for me, and I was really stressed that I had a company going bump on me, and I couldn't sleep. And I got up in the middle of the night, and I went downstairs, and I sat down, and I was flicking through the TV, and I hit on the God channel. And there was a bloke I knew on the God channel from the church that we went, and I started watching it. And then there was different preachers, and I just thought, I've never heard anything like this before in my life. So from there on.
Wow.
So then I started exploring a lot more.
Yeah.
And I asked questions with my mum on things like healing, which I've never heard of.
So your mum was already a Christian, was
Oh
she?
yeah. And then my father-in-law was as well.
Right.
And I used to go to the gym with him, so I was questioning him on certain things and what he believed. And my faith's just grown from there. I've been challenged a few times, and one time I was challenged was you should be showing your fruits of your Christianity in your workplace and where you are in the rest of the week. And I said to this guy, I said, well, I'm a decorator. I've been on a woman's house. I've not told her I'm a Christian. How have I shown God's love today? And he says, well, did you turn up on time? I said, yeah. He said, did you do a good job? I said, yeah. He said, could she do it? I said, no. He said, well, then you've shown the fruits of God's love because you've done a good job and you've worked hard and you've done what you said you would do. The lad who works with me, he's not a Christian. He sees it in me all the time because he'll say, oh, let's not do that. And I'll say, no, we're going to do a good job. We're going to do a proper job.
Got you, yeah. That key thing in our lives, isn't it, is that it's not about me.
No.
I'm not doing it for my own gain.
No.
I'm doing it to glorify God. I mean, that might be painting the walls of a church or a home or wherever, but you're doing it for God's glory.
If you think of the Good Samaritan and the story of that, you had two people who knew God. You had the Levite and the priest, and the Samaritan didn't. But it was the Samaritan who did the right thing. But the others knew what to do. Well, we're sat in our churches knowing what to do, but are we doing it?
Yeah.
And that's the challenge for us all.
Keith Forrester, decorator from Bolton, thank you so much to you and to Nick for the fantastic job that you've done here at Christ Church. I know many people for many years to come are really going to appreciate that work, so I hope you get some gratification from the knowledge of that too.
Thank you.